everybody. It is day 33 of my Dating Myself challenge here. And for today's Dating Myself activity, I am going to build upon the clarity that came to me in yesterday's little meditation. So for those of you who didn't see yesterday's video yet, yesterday's video was about doing a gratitude list at the beginning and at the end of the day to kind of frame my day on the other end, centered on gratitude, centered on what is already present in my life that I am grateful for. And it fits into the theme of dating myself because it is a way to affirm meeting in my life without necessarily attaching it to a significant other. All of the things I'm grateful for today are here, in the absence of having somebody who I am in a romantic or sexually related commitment to. So that's how it relates to dating myself. And as I mentioned yesterday, I got some clarity in that meditation, and I am going to write out my clarity statements as my way of dating myself today. Sometimes, as we've all experienced, like when we're thinking of things in our own head, particularly things that are like a little bit loaded and potentially confusing, it can get really messy. And I don't know that I've ever done clarity statements before, like in this way, but I feel like it's what's needed for me to say, okay, the way I feel about this is X. How I am going to communicate it is X. It helps with boundaries. It helps with being true to myself. And if you take a look at all of the values I have in relationships, what are two of the most important ones? Good communication and honesty. So I am going to take that and practice good communication and honesty with myself, because whatever you can't really do effectively with yourself, like whatever way you can't love yourself, you're not going to be able to love a partner that way either. Like eventually that's going to come out in the relationship. So I am going to work on that a little bit today, which I'm looking forward to for my self-care and dating myself activity. And I know I haven't mentioned anything about the overeating. So Urge Warriors was at like an all-day party yesterday at the Queer Liberation March. So eating was a little bit irregular for the day, and I did overeat a little bit at the end of the day. Honestly though, I kind of went into it like this is going to be a cheat day for me and this is kind of going to be whatever, but really though, like I am getting back on track. I have had no binge urges today, but I am prepared for when they happen because check it out guys, I made this that is now on the wall in 3 different locations in my apartment. I know you guys can't really see it too well with the video, but basically it outlines the Catch, Defend, Act, Trust outline of what I do when I have an urge to overeat. And sometimes, when I have an urge to prematurely act out romantically, I guess, although to be honest, it's a little bit different with those urges. With those urges, I kind of like go inside and like, that's kind of my way of responding to those urges. Like, what need is this really about? And then identifying the need and incorporating it like into my daily practice. But with like the binge urges, catch the urge, right? I defend my warrior. I use that warrior/parasite metaphor that is in the 4 Agreements, Don Miguel Ruiz. It's also in the Mastery of Love about basically, we have a parasite in our brains and we have a warrior, right? The warrior is the resilient, wise part of our being that is like constantly on guard to defend us from the parasite, where we have thoughts that judge ourselves and judge others, that victimize us. It's where like our limiting beliefs are stored, right? So it's like catch the urge, put your warrior on defense, because urges are like food for the parasite to self-destruct, to say, see, reason for binging in my case, right? So catch, defend, act, which is basically act in the opposite way you did when you were feeding that parasite. So for me, that means acting is just not binging. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want, but that. And trust. And that was the part of me that like took the longest to catch on to. Trusting that if I behave a different way, I will get a different, result. It'll be worth it over the long run. And that I can, and that I have the resilience to sit through the discomfort of change. So I have those little notes everywhere to help me. And and I'm going to apply that moving forward, and I feel confident. So thanks for checking in with me today. I will check in with you all tomorrow for day 34 of my challenge. Happy Monday.